Hi there. This is the third video that I've created to help you set up your first action learning set meeting virtually online using Canvas. So in this final video, what we're going to do is have a look at how you would use Big Blue Button and get that up and running to support that sort of virtual communication, both video and audio. Okay, so I'm going to come off video for a moment and go to my screen here. So I'm going to log into Canvas as usual, and hopefully you have it all set up so that you can easily do this with the password and website remembered and all of that. So I'm going to log in, and as before we're going to go to groups, and I have a pretend group set up. It's one that I've set up with just one other person, a colleague, Poonam, in it, just to demonstrate this. So in the previous video we looked at some of the functions in the group area, but what we're going to do this time is go straight to conferences. And in the top right you'll see this blue square which says add conference. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to add a conference, and we get this window. And we're going to give it a name, so let's call it something like action learning set, and whatever number your action learning set is that you've been designated and your colleagues designated to. Let's say action learning set 5, our first meeting, whatever you want to call it. It's automatically ticked to invite all group members. I'm going to untick that because I don't want Poonam to keep getting requests for fictitious action learning set meetings. So I'm just going to take her out of that. But yours will be automatically ticked to invite all group members, and that's just your group, remember. It won't invite anybody else. It's just the people designated in your group area. So let's update that. And we'll see now that this now appears as a new conference. It hasn't started yet and won't start until you click on the start button. Now I suggest that you don't do that until about 5 or 10 minutes maybe before the time that colleagues are going to join you in this meeting on the day that you've agreed using Doodle Poll. But when that date and time arrives, you will click on start. And it may ask you, as it's asking me temporarily there, about whether I've got Flash loaded in. You need Flash Player to do this, so you might have to update that on your particular PC or laptop, and that's why it's good to actually go into it a little bit before everybody else, so that you can get all these things sorted out, as you can in terms of setting up your microphone. So I'm going to set up a microphone here, and you'll need the mic. You're not going to be in listen only mode. That will only apply if you were attending a webinar where there's lots of people online who are not using their microphones but perhaps sort of communicating via a chat box. Okay, so you need your microphone. I'm going to switch it on, and I'm going to be silent when it comes in because we may get a bit of echo, because of course I'm talking to you through the screen share software, as well as now, or will be, through Big Blue Button. So what's happening now is it's just loading up the audio. Because I'm using an external microphone, I get this sort of audio failure message. It says, do you want to try Flash instead? I'm just going to do yes, and then allow. And you're seeing now that I can test the speakers, and you can see it's picking up the volume from the mic and through the microphone that I'm using, which is Blue Snowball. Okay, also good, that's fine. We'll leave that and move on, so cancel that. And what you're presented with now is a whiteboard with information on, and you could visit this anytime before the meeting and explore it further, how to use chat, how to use breakout rooms. Not necessary for this. All you're going to do is connect via audio and webcam. But if you want to find out more about what Big Blue Button can do, that's your place to do it via that link. I'm going to turn on now my webcam, but before I do that I need to turn it off within this recording, so I'm just going to stop for a second and turn that off. Okay, I've turned off my webcam in the screen capture software, because I'm going to start up a webcam within Big Blue Button, and it wouldn't do it if I was already using the camera for the screen share, for the screen capture. So anyway, you set up, you engage your webcam with the icon at the top here, so share webcam. And again, well, you'll actually get a sort of little test beforehand, so you can preview it, so you can check that, you know, your hair's fine and you're showing your best angle and so on. Lost cause with me, of course, but anyway, once you're happy with how everything looks, you can start sharing, and that means other people can now see you, so they can see you and they can hear you. And when others come in to this meeting, little windows will pop up with their pictures as well. You can expand this to the whole screen if you wish, but when you actually run this first action learning set, I'll be there to help with this process as well, and my main role was simply to check that the principles of the action learning set are followed, and I'll help you with the timing, so you haven't got to worry about that. Okay, so you don't need to worry about anything else. As I say, it's the main thing is getting the audio and the video up and running in Big Blue Button. You can actually record it. We can sort that out if you wanted to do that on the day. But hopefully that's useful in understanding how you actually go about doing this as a virtual action learning set. So, okay, bye for now.